Hey guys, ComSciGirl523 here, and we're back today finally with a new map. So, I know what some of you were thinking. Wasn't your next map supposed to be an SI file? It was, but something happened. So basically, currently, as most of you know, I'm in college. I am taking a course on advanced computer security. Now, for this course, we had to choose a semester-long project. And one of the options was to actually make a video game to teach like the basics of cybersecurity. So I decided to use my map making skills and actually make the video game in Minecraft. So this is the map that goes with that. If you're watching this, I do have a favor to ask you. Depending on when you're watching this, if it's within, I would say, a month of this map going up, the link should still be live. For the project, I also have to take in information in regards to how much people know about cybersecurity before they play my map versus after. So there is a survey in the description of this video. It's a completely anonymous survey. I do not know who's actually saying what. All I see is a bunch of numbers that tell me this percentage of people who answered said that they knew this amount of cybersecurity, or they knew that amount of cybersecurity, etc. So if you are watching this and you do play the map, I do ask that if you could possibly fill out that survey. I really do appreciate it. Again, it is completely anonymous. I won't know where the information is coming from. All I see is a bunch of numbers. That being said, I guess we'll get started. So, this map is called SecureNET, the Great Hat Origins. I'm going to do what I usually do for playthroughs. This is just kind of to just let you see the answers to the puzzles, etc. And I'm not going to read all the dialogue. I'll just kind of summarize it as usual. This map has a texture pack, as you can see. Also has some 3D models. And yeah, so I guess we will get started. As usual, we have our instruction book. There's only 3 things you really need to know. There's some background information because this is a map that's meant to teach something. There's some background information because there are some special terms that I use in the map. For example, gray hat, script kiddie, and of course there's the settings, texture pack, standard stuff. And let's get started with the program. Second, I have to make sure my sound's on. Yes, it is. We're good. Okay, sorry about that. So this is just kind of giving you a little background to who your character exactly is in this setting. Alrighty, so we have a secretary, Secretary Charlotte, to talk to. Basically, you're just going to talk to Charlotte. You're explaining that you're the new agent, and she's going to call Agent SecureNET to come talk to you. Kind of explaining that there were others, but all of them no longer work here. There were other interns, but they did not make it. Here's SecureNET. And we're heading down to the lab. There you go. I was wondering why the sound wasn't working properly. Sorry about that. So now SecureNET is going to talk to you about the UN1 Vac Simulator, which you're going to be using to learn about various different cybersecurity flaws. Or something has gone horribly wrong, and the security agency is actually under attack now. Your task will be to learn about various different malware and basically stop the attackers. Alright, so let me grab some food because I'm going to need it. So basically, here you go. Warning, please insert only one of these discs in there. So there's 5 different topics. We have the Morris worm, Mafia boy DDoS, Melissa virus, WannaCry, and Mirai. So we're going to start with Morris and just work our way through all of them. You can play these in any order. That's the point of having all the different discs. But we'll do Morris first. So the computer's going to tell you, okay, go on in. And this is going to give you basically a basic description of what exactly a worm is. Many of you probably heard the term before, but may have it confused with a few other terms. So you kind of just hit go, and it's going to actually show you about worms. And talks about the Morris worm and what the Morris worm was, how it took out the internet, and what exactly happened. Also, it also talks about modern day worms, what goes on. And then now here is your task. So for the Morris worm, how this is going to work is basically you are given these items here. One is a worm patch to fix the infected machines. The other one is an emergency reset, which will turn off powered machines. You need to disinfect all of the worm-infected machines and turn them off. There are also powered machines that are not infected that need to be turned off. However, Morris is walking around. If Morris happens to walk over a machine that is powered, it will then infect it, and therefore you'll have to disinfect it and power it down. Morris is a creeper. So, yeah. Get ready. Here we go. I'm gonna just do this to make it a little easier on myself. You don't have to do this, it just makes it a little easier for me, because I know what's coming. There's Morris. We're not going that way. There are 3 levels for this game. Each one has a different number of Morrises. Each one also has a different number of machines. It gets more difficult as time goes on. You'll know when you've completed it when you are teleported to the next maze. All the mazes look different, so you will know when you have completed it. Oh, hey, Morris. Let's not go that way. I'd rather not face the creeper. Guess I'm facing me either way. There we go. So that was the first maze. This is the second one. Warning, the worm has replicated. There are now 3 of them. So a little bit harder now. Oh, hey, Morris. We're going the other way. Nope, nope, not dealing with Morris. Don't look this way. Okay, we're good. Oh, there's Morris number 3. And that's what happens when Morris gets too close. Yeah, that was gonna happen. That's what happens when Morris gets too close. So be very wary of Morris. He will try to definitely stop you from disinfecting all the machines. Nope, 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 nope. Let me get some more of these. Hopefully Morris doesn't sneak up behind me. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. To remember where I put all these machines. It's more so just dodging Morris so I can get to the machines. At this point, I'm just dodging Morris. I'm trying to find my last machine. And now for the final maze. There are actually 5 Morrises inside this maze. Just organizing my inventory here. Okay, there's Morris. There's another Morris. There's several Morrises. So as you see, this game gets harder and harder as you progress. No, 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 no. At least, no, 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 no. At least I turned the machine off. Oh. We're okay. We didn't die. No, running through them. That didn't work. Though not impossible, this particular one is very difficult. It's a matter of getting around Morris when he's not looking. That is the trick to this one. You have to get around Morris when he's not looking. Oh boy. And don't get sandwiched by several of them. He didn't see me. I'm a ninja, he didn't see me. Oh boy. No. I couldn't run fast enough. I'm going to admit this is possible, because I've had several people test this. All of whom hate Morris. No, 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 no. Good, he didn't walk over it. Nope, but I'm dead. It's okay. I set out on a mission, and I got that mission. Let's try again. Actually, I'll go this way this time. It doesn't matter which way you go in the mazes all interconnect. Well, the whole entire maze, there's no beginning and no end, technically, so it's all interconnected. So no matter which way you start, you will go to the entire maze. At some point... Now you can see why people hate Morris. Oh boy. This was a fun game to program and test, I will admit. Nope. Bye, Morris. Bye, Morris. Nope, 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 nope. There's ways to dodge Morris. You just have to, well, not do that. I'm gonna go that way. seems like a very poor decision to make. Okay, that was a poor decision to make. Yes, I know there's one in here. Yep. It takes a long way around. Nope. Okay, this is a tricky one. You need to like lead Morris out and send him on a wild goose chase. Or you can get sandwiched by two Morrises. Be careful not to fall in. Oh, this is not gonna well. I can wait. Nope. The force of habit to go that way. Let's not go that way for a change. Just making sure I got all the ones that are in like the back corners. Oh, hello. I was missing one. There we go. Oh, if that happens, don't worry about that. Congratulations, you completed worm training. So that was Morris Worm. So now you can go in here, take out that one, and you can pick a new CD. So next we're going to do is Mafia Boy. Mafia Boy is about DDoS, or Distributed Denial of Service. So it talks a little bit about what denial of service is in general, what a DDoS specifically is, and yeah, talks about Mafia Boy. Alright, so how this one is going to work, you get to be a little bit of a programmer today. Basically, you are given these junctions. You need to say which way you want bad packets and good packets to go. So you have the ports, you have the honeypot, and you have the network. So basically, I will show you once we get in there. Alright, so you have your little bit of thing you do. If you need more programming nodes, you click there, start the system, and if you get packets stuck, you can always flush the system. So how this works is you have ports, you're trying to get to them, the packets that come out of them to the network and the honeypot. You want the red ones to go to the honeypot and the green ones to go to the network. Basic way to do this, make sure you're facing the direction you want them to go. If I want red to go left, green to go right, then red ones should go this way, green ones should go that way. Don't touch the ones in there. It kind of just gives you, that way it kind of locks off what exactly the directions you want things flowing. So right now I have green going all the way that way, I have red going this way. I'm going to keep having red go to the left. because the honeypot's on the left. It's a good rule of thumb. You don't want to get any of them stuck, so you want to make sure that everything's flowing. So if these two are next to each other, I'll make sure red's next to going to the same direction as red. Red and green. And then red and green. Alright, I believe I filled all of them in. Once you believe you have filled all of them in, go ahead and start the system. And you can watch the packets flow. You'll see it's decrypting. If all of them go to the right location, trace complete, the word was attack. Alrighty. This one's a little bit more tricky. Or a little bit trickier, I should say. Pardon me. You're trying to get to those over there. So, let me start with one over here. Let's send, doesn't matter which way you send them. I'm going to keep sending red to the left as a convention. There's most likely more than one solution to all of this. I will give you that. This is just the solution I used when I was testing. My friends used different solutions when they were testing. So it doesn't have to match mine exactly. Red's going to go around just sending green straight forward all the time. Again, more than one solution. You don't want to do something like that. I accidentally did that. Whoops. Alright, so make sure you got all the junction. I know I filled this junction in, I filled that junction in, that junction, and we're good to go. And there you go, that's Mafia Boy. That one's rather a simple solution. Again, there's more than one solution. If you use a different solution to solve it, not a big deal. Alrighty, Mafia Boy is done. Next, we have the Melissa virus. There we go. Again, this is going to talk about what exactly a virus is, how viruses spread versus how worms spread, because there's a lot of misconception between viruses and worms. There is a key difference, and this goes to explain it. Talk about Bob and Alice, which is actually very commonly used in cybersecurity to explain who exactly is talking when it comes to communications, and you're trying to figure out who the attacker is and such. It's usually Bob, Alice, and Eve. Eve is usually the one who's causing trouble. Talks a little bit about how viruses can just be annoying, how sometimes they're actually dangerous, and how to actually prevent getting viruses on your computer. Alrighty, now this one's gonna work. There are 3 levels. It's a disinfect machines, clean machines, and install antivirus, and they'll be secured. But you also have to eradicate all the viruses that are currently roaming around. So let's get started. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna do that. Make things easier. So cleaner, antivirus. Alright, that was level 1, here's level 2. Using the high ground. think we're good. And this is where parkour starts failing me. I have to go back up top side. Oh wait, there's one right here. We'll take the easy way up. Oh, I know exactly what's about to happen. Yeah, that's gonna be GG. Again, if that happens, don't worry about it. And you completed virus training. So that was virus training. So, let's see what we got next. So far, we've completed these 3. Oops. Doesn't matter which way you put them in here. I'm just doing that. Next, we will do WannaCry. Many of you probably have actually heard of WannaCry. It was like a major ransomware that was occurring not too long ago, actually. So this is going to talk about ransomware, basically. It's going to talk about how basically you can end up getting emails that will encrypt all of your files, and you could potentially lose your files that way. So this puzzle is going to involve decrypting various encryptions, because encryption typically involves some mathematics, and yeah, I don't think you want to do too much crazy math to solve a puzzle. I mean, there's ones that don't involve much math, but yes. So There are 4 ciphers. You have been given a book explaining the ciphers. The types of ciphers will be used for it'll be a label that says what kind of cipher you're going to be using. Well, a hint as to it. And yeah, so let me just still need to heal up from the last thing. And here we go. So, puzzle 1. A simple shift equals may reveal the key. So, if you've been given a book of ciphers, if you somehow lose this, you could also get a new one. So, puzzles 1 through 3 are just letters. Puzzle 4 is using words. Make sure you write everything in all caps. There's different types of ciphers. There's shift cipher, number to letter, rails, and book. So shift cipher is also known as a Caesar cipher, kind of explains how it works. Number to letter, how it works, rails, and how you use a book cipher. This first one, where it says a simple shift may reveal the key, is obviously a shift cipher. And this shift cipher sets A equal to M. So your best bet for solving something like this is to write out the alphabet A to Z, then underneath it, under where M is, put A, and write out the alphabet again, going around, and then read it to solve. So, to get XP, because you're going to need it, right there. The answer to this first one is loss of data. So everything that you'll be answering with these ciphers has to do with ransomware. So if you were paying attention in the first one, loss, probably should have did 2 O's, of lost data or data, however you say it. Loss of data. And how you're going to solve it is you place the paper in the hopper. If it's the right letter, you will get the particles to fade, and it will show you the letter. So loss of data. And there'll be a little pling sound when you get all of them correct. Alrighty, next one. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3 times 3. How you're going to solve this one, basically, is that you will basically number the alphabet 1 through 26, and then times each of those numbers by 3 to get the numbers that you'll need for this. The answer to this one is encrypted. I already have an E. Oops. E and encrypted. Alright, next one. Choo choo. So for this one, if you look in here, this one actually has a cipher. So make sure to check the boxes. They all have paper. Whoops. They all have paper in them. Or if this particular cipher needs a book, like this one will need, you'll have to make sure you use that. So decipher. So how Rails works essentially is instead of reading basically instead of reading all the way across, you're going to read across like this. So cryptocurrency. So how Rails works is when you're writing it, you write it in rows. So you only write a certain amount of letters on each row, and then when you end it with some special symbol usually. So this one, the answer is cryptocurrency. The book explains it a bit better than I just did. Oop, I had to make that a capital letter. Whoops. Alrighty, and last but not least, this puzzle, it says a novel idea. This is a book cipher. How the book cipher works, essentially, is you're given basically a page number and a word number. This will tell you which word you need to type. So this kind of gives you a little bit of a random story. And the answer to this actually is WannaCry. Hold on a second. WannaCry. Oops. That's why there's more than one anvil. WannaCry locks your WannaCry locks. Oh, not WannaCry locks. Whoops. Actually, I have to remember. This one actually is a long one. Novel idea. So, 2-8. This will be a good example. So page 2, word 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ransomware. That's correct. It does say locks your computer. WannaCry ransomware locks your computer. I forgot I put ransomware. Ransomware. I think I misspelled ransomware. Yes, I did. Pardon me. There we go. Ransomware. WannaCry ransomware. This should be locks. Oops. Probably shouldn't click with book at my hand. Locks your computer and makes you pay. Makes you pay. WannaCry locks your computer and makes you pay. Once you have completed all those, again, congratulations, you have completed ransomware. Please select another program. Alrighty. We have one last program to do, and that is Mirai botnet. Now this is going to explain botnets. It's going to talk about the Internet of Things, what exactly a botnet is, what it does, basically how your computer can be a zombie machine. This one talks specifically about Mirai. Mirai actually was used to attack Minecraft servers, unfortunately. Alright, here is your challenge. So do you choose to accept? Basically, you have to eradicate Mirai. You have to resecure the zombie devices and take out the bot master. This is what's going to be used to stop the bot master. So let's get going. This is gonna end up. Hopefully, you're better at PvE than I am. Probably should use this. Alrighty, now that I've handled all of those, oops, yeah, it's gonna do that. That's just a failsafe in case for some reason you lose these, which can happen. Alright, so these are various different IoT devices. It explains what exactly an IoT device is. Basically, an IoT device is the Internet of Things. Anything that can connect to the internet is considered an IoT device. So you need to be able to get the keys to unlock the bot master. So keep an eye out for those. Tablet, yep, that can get infected. Tablets, phones. Personal assistants. 3D printers. If it connects to the internet, it can be an IoT device. Even smart fridges. So we have key 1, key 2, and key 3. Take out the bot master. And you've completed that program. Now, once you've completed all of them, Agent S Security comes back and he asks you how far you've gotten. But we have a situation. The hackers have gotten into the system. So he needs you to go into the machine, fix everything, and take out or figure out who's behind all of this. Oh boy. So you're going to need all these. And that. So prepare yourself. This is about to get a little crazy. Yep, it's about to get real crazy. Alright, this was... Nope. Morris, stay back. Well, took out one Morris. I think I found the zombies. Keep in mind there are 2 floors to this particular system. Also that there's a hole in the floor. Because you don't want to fall back down. Or maybe you do. Maybe this would be a quick route back to the first floor. So, this is the malicious code that has been encrypted, that you need to decrypt. This is, again, a shift alphabet. So, malicious to code, so M equals C. The answer to all of this is a test. And everything will clear out. Alright, parkour, don't fail me now. Did I get everything up here? I don't remember. I think I might have. Just double checking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything upstairs. That means everything else is still downstairs, which makes sense. I need to get back downstairs. Hence why there's an easy way down. Hello. Alright, found one after much searching. Yeesh. I hid these pretty well. Ah, there it is. And there you go. The whole thing was a test. So he explains exactly what goes on in cybersecurity now today, and if you're ready to get started. SecureNET, the Gray Hat Origins. So as I mentioned, I did have a lot of people helping me test and design things. I do really appreciate help. I thank all of these people so very much. It was really helpful, everything everybody did, from playtesting and debugging to helping me design mazes, helping me to design the arena, helping me with just general playtesting. All these people were very, very helpful. I do appreciate it very much. And yeah, so that is my map. I thank you for watching and playing. If you want to see the code, I let you go see the code. As usual, it's a giant monolith. If you want to check out the map, you can also check out the map. Again, this map was created for a course of mine. If you would be so kind as to fill out the survey, if it's still up. If you're watching this video within about a month of the map going up, it should still be up because I'll still be working on it. And yeah, stay tuned for the next map. The next map will be an SI file for those of you wondering. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I guess I will see you guys all next time. Bye.